Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No matter where you're watching this, I just want to show gratitude once again. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, like my man Hov said. No matter what we're talking about, no matter what we're doing on this podcast, I want you to remember that the three main things I want you to take away from anything that you see on the James Terranova Experience. Number 1, dreaming fearlessly. Number 2, mastering your own reality. And number 3, feeling powerful. So, without further ado, this is the James Terranova Experience, episode 1. Hey, listen. I'ma forever love that fucking sound. So we got a special guest. It's, once again, the first episode. This is a great friend of mine, a great human being. He's 24 years old. He has a lot of money invested in stocks, crypto. He has his own business where he's creating his own clothing line. You feel me? Like, this man is doing a lot. He's wise and humble beyond his years. And to be honest, he's one of the best, like, fashionable human beings that I've ever seen. He has his own swag. He beats to his own drum. My man, Neel Patel. My man.
I just want to say thank you, man, for having me as your first guest. First and foremost, it's a pleasure. You know a lot of cool people, man. You know a lot of dope individuals. So for you to reach out to me and to be your first guest is definitely an honor and a privilege. So everything you just said was beyond what I expected you just to say. So that was
listen, I gotta edify my man. You hear me?
For sure, man.
I gotta edify my man.
It's definitely humbling to see that and hear that from other people. And we've known each other for years now.
Yeah.
And shout out to Quan. He put us together through close friendship. So we just keep getting closer and closer. But I'm excited to be here, man. I'm happy for you to take this journey on for this power world, and I think you're gonna do well.
Thank you.
I'm really excited for you.
Thank you. That means a lot. One more time. That means a lot coming from you, yo. For real.
Sure,
you sturdy. You sturdy.
Blessings.
All right. So smooth. So the first thing I want to talk about, right? Let's just start off with some current event stuff.
Right.
They got the metaverse. Have you ever heard of that?
I did.
Yeah.
I think this is a very interesting time for us.
Yeah.
It seems like everything's going digital.
Everything is.
If I'm not mistaken, Facebook is taking the lead on this and completely rebranding themselves and showing the world that everything is going to be digitized. And like you just said, from crypto to all the social medias of the world, I think everything, especially post-pandemic, I mean, we're still kind of in a pandemic, unfortunately, but things are opening back up. But it seems like the world is just shifting digital, working from home, doing things from the comfort of your home. So I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this as well, because I think this is something that is going to have a little mixed emotions. I'm afraid that the AI might take over the human intelligence of the world, but at the same time, it might, there's going to be pros and cons. So I have heard about it. I'm not deeply knowledgeable about it, but I'm learning as I'm going. So I'm doing my fair share of research as I'm going, but it seems like something that might get reciprocated well by the public in the long run. What do you think?
So, Josh, do you know what the metaverse is?
I heard a little bit about it. Don't know too much.
Yeah.
All right, so smooth. Yeah, we also got my cousin here, Joshua Santiago, once again, Empowering Cuts. Shout out.
Amazing.
You feel me? Shout out, Empowering Cuts. So, periodically, like, he's just not going to be in the background making sure everything is smooth. Like, we're going to bring him into this. But yeah, the metaverse, what the metaverse is, it's actually a virtual reality world where you can actually purchase land, like from Decentraland. You can purchase like skins and all that, where like Call of Duty skins or skins for like guns or your body or eyes and all of this stuff you purchase with like crypto.
Right, exactly.
Right? You purchase with like different types of crypto.
Right.
So it's almost like, the Fortnite coins that you're buying or the Temple Run coins we used to buy back in the day, right? Temple Run was crazy. Temple Run was crazy. So it's almost like the Temple Run coins, but it's tangible. It's actual, like, investments. You feel me? And these things right now, they're a whole different world. I just went down to Tampa to go see my boys, right? My brother, he had a baby shower on Halloween. Why was it on Halloween? I have no idea, but we made the best of it. It was a great time. But when I was down there, his best friend, I went to go stay with his best friend in Tampa. He lives in Orlando. They all do wholesaling, so like real estate. And they were having real estate meetings virtually.
Wow.
I mean, dapping each other up virtually.
Wow.
in the same boardroom virtually.
Wow.
And like they all had their own avatars and all that, and it's a real world. Like, so like this is like Bitcoin in, let's say when Bitcoin was $100. That's exactly where we at right now. So with the metaverse, Facebook changing their name to Meta. Facebook changed their name to Meta. You feel me? So like Facebook, like Meta is now the umbrella company for Facebook. Facebook, it still stays. You get me?
Yeah.
So like
they're gonna completely rebrand their ticker for their stock, all that, right? If I'm not
I think so. I think it's already done.
I think it is already.
I think it's already
I
done.
read a little bit about that. Yeah.
So like you're saying that you're afraid of where we're going.
I'm not afraid, but I just think, I mean, me personally, I'm very I'm very good at adjusting to times and like especially for my age. I feel like I know how to keep up. I'm very tech savvy, I think personally, but I just don't know how the public will perceive this, and that's I just don't I don't know where this will go. But it seems like for someone like me or you, like who's very in tune with the digital world, I think this is going to be good for us. And then like you think about our parents and stuff who aren't very as tech savvy.
Our parents would never get on
They're
metaverse.
not gonna be all on this, bro. I actually asked my mama if she heard about it and stuff. She's like, yeah, I heard about it. I don't really have much knowledge on it, but like, you know, they'll go on Facebook and stuff and they'll read their stuff. But like, this is definitely for the generations that are coming up. I would say.
Yes.
This is times are changing, and I think people are realizing even just. You can do a lot of things from the comfort of your home. I think a lot of companies are realizing you can be productive from the comfort of your home. And even the company I work for, you know, has given me free will just to work from home as long as I want. So
Word, that's love.
I think this is a good. I think this is like I said, there's pros and cons to everything, but this seems like they could do more good than bad. Personally, what do you think?
I think it's 50-50. I think it's a coin flip on. Go ahead. I'm listening.
It's just based off of preference, right?
Yeah.
Every human has their own specifications on what they need in life. So at the end of the day, I'm saying, shit, this might be. Can we curse on here?
Yeah.
All right, first. So I feel like shit, this might be great for me, and I'm thinking about other people. Like this might not do well for them. So
Right.
I think this is great for you because how much knowledge you have about like even the crypto world, NFTs.
Yeah.
Is gonna take
Yo,
you to
all this
another
money.
level.
So that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like there's a lot of money to be made here. I do.
For sure.
So those Oculus, you know, the Oculus is owned by Facebook.
I just saw that. That's crazy.
Yo, they look like zombies. My boys were making money, but they looked like zombies because you know you can't hear nothing. It's a world.
It is a world. Yeah, for sure.
It is crazy. It is crazy that it's a world right here. And my whole thing is, we're already addicted to this.
Oh my God, that's
We're already addicted to that, and that has nowhere near the power and the addictiveness that like the Oculus would give us, the metaverse would give us. People would literally not want to take that mask off.
Nah, for sure. I mean, you see a lot of these athletes now even getting in tune with all this stuff. I see a lot of these NBA players, NFL players changing their backgrounds to NFTs.
Right.
Like they're getting tapped in. I'm sure their agents, their higher ups that they're getting financial knowledge from. They're telling them like, "Yo, this is where the bread's at.
Exactly.
This is where the passive income's at.
Exactly.
And you gotta tap in before it's too late. Like you said, this is like Bitcoin at 100. So
At $100. So if you buy it right now, listen, all these coins that you would need to see these skins, you can buy names.
Yeah, I saw that.
You could buy names.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy.
We're gonna start trademarking names.
Yo,
eventually?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, right now we're at the cusp of a new age.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? So
For sure.
that's the first thing. I wanted to get your thoughts on that, but I'm definitely going to get somebody here.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes.
Exactly.
I want to see where it goes 5 years from now.
I'm trying to see where that money go. You hear me?
For sure.
The second thing I wanted to talk about was Hove getting inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Loved it.
Yeah. So like, what do you think about that? How you feel about Hove? Period.
First of all, you Quan, like you guys being around you guys. I'm a little younger than you guys, of course. So coming up, I didn't hear Hove a lot. It was slowly shifting to that Drake era.
Yeah.
You know, like Take Care, even way before that. So Far Gone, Thank Me Later. Like that was the era where we were starting to really, like when I was 12, 13, I started really listening to music and hearing like all these old Drake tracks and stuff. But then like the older I got, I just started getting so much more of appreciation for like the artist before him. Like Hove is special, man. I think he's really special. I think there's something about him, the way he carries himself and just the manner he is in public. That's like kind of how I take pride in being the human I am, and just like, you know, doing things without having the people always say that he lets people build a reputation about him. So I think he can walk into any room and spark a plug. So I mean, like, I think one of the dopest videos, he's on that train going to Barclays Center.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, "Who are
Yeah.
you?" And she's
Yeah.
like, he's like, "Oh, I'm Jay." He don't even say his last, like, he don't say Z. And,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, where are you going?" He's like, "Oh, I'm actually on my way to the 8th show, final show at the Brooklyn Arena." And she's like, "What's your name again?" I didn't get it. He's like, "Oh, I'm Jay-Z." She's like, "Oh, you're Jay-Z. I know you."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, she was just humbled. Like, this dude's on a train. Like,
Yep,
man,
chilling.
At that point, he probably worth like 300-400 M's already.
Facts.
But I love Hov. Come back to your question. I think he was definitely one of those individuals who knew how to tap into every time and just rapped his ass off, man. Like, you and Quan play him all the time, whether
Yeah.
we in the Jeep going to go get brunch, whether we in the crib chilling watching football.
Yeah.
Y'all made me have a whole nother a level of appreciation to his music.
Yeah.
And like, I started listening to him a little bit relatively later when he, like, I heard the Blueprints, but then like Watch the Throne. I was
You heard him after the wave.
yeah. So then
Yeah.
I had to go back and listen. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then like, you see that now, you see him, getting inducted into these like not predominantly black areas. Like he was
The Rock and Roll Hall of
Rock and
Fame.
Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I should
Like,
have said that at first.
That's
Sorry.
what I knew that's what you were referring to.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like that's a big. I'm happy you just emphasized that because
Yeah.
like shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's an African American man, like
A rapper.
and a rapper, like
Yeah.
and he getting inducted into the Rock and Roll, and that just goes to show like the level of respect people have for him, and
Facts.
not even just his music, but he's just so articulate in the things he does. I follow really closely to the stuff he invests in.
Yeah.
I'm a very big fan of Hov, man. I think he's someone that's definitely different. There's not a lot of celebrities I look up to in that manner, but he's just so ahead of his time. I'm so happy. Everything he's getting, man, he deserves it. So him and Beyonce are definitely rocking, man.
You got a favorite Hov song?
Favorite Hov song
So far.
Yo, but that's the thing. Like, even like now, like when I listen to Hov now, like even like all the like, I like Song Cry, bro.
I love Song
It's just
Cry.
something about Song
Can't
Cry.
see it coming down
Oh
my
my God.
eyes,
Like,
so
it's
I
just-
gotta make the song cry.
If I said that to people my age, they'd
Yeah.
be like, "What's that?" Like, they wouldn't even know that song off the top of their head.
Right.
But like
right,
all the
right.
newer stuff, like like the stuff on Watch the Throne made me start to appreciate even Ye more. And but Song Cry, I'm gonna be real with you, that's probably not people's #1 song, but like that
It's
song,
up there. It's
that
it's
song
top
to
5 for a
me,
lot of people.
It was like, whoa, like I
Yeah.
just relate to the words he's
Yeah.
saying. And then Drake sampled on Chicago Freestyle.
yeah,
Song
yeah,
Cry.
yeah.
And then I started listening to even more again. I was like, yo, I like the song even more now.
Yeah.
Song Cry probably my favorite song for real.
Yo, you got to get into Jay-Z Volume 1. You got to
my
get
God,
into the
Mom was telling me.
Blueprint.
Yeah,
Yo,
I got
like
to.
Volume
I got to.
2, like that
got to.
old Hove.
I got to.
Yo, honestly, if you listen to, I think it's Volume 3. If you listen to Volume 3, Life and Times, Sean Carter, Volume 3, it feels like 2002. If you want to know what a time period feels like,
Yeah.
put that album
Put
on.
that album on. Word.
Yeah.
And and that's the thing, you guys. I'm very open to. I'm not one of those like this era is this music. We not listening to that. Like, I'm very open to listening to new artists and
Yeah.
older artists and having like as like that appreciation for all music. So like when like, y'all play Hov, I be listening, man. I be listening to what he be talking about. I don't just.
Nobody spits like him. There would never be another.
He's different, man.
He will
He's
always
different.
be the GOAT of rap.
He's different, and
Yeah.
I just have such utmost respect for him, man. And he's doing his thing, man. You know what's funny? I don't know if you saw that. He activated his Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
One day. For
Yeah.
one day, he
Yeah.
activated his
To promote
Instagram.
his movie.
He promoted his movie and literally deactivated.
Right.
it.
That's
he's
a
he's
gangster.
G.
Yeah,
He's
yo,
like,
that's
he
gangster.
went on the gram, was like, "Oh, I'm not staying on here. It's all this fake
He
shit." on
says
here.
it. He says it is all addictive.
It's all-
You feel me?
I mean,
Which takes us to the metaverse.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
feel me?
For sure.
Yeah. So like, just real quick before we get to the next part. As far as like me and Hove, man, like,
You definitely, bro. You got a great like aspiration for him too. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like you were someone. I'm telling you and Quan, like the
Yeah.
way you guys speak on him, it's just
Right.
so like.
Yo,
damn, like,
it's
music
crazy.
Can change someone's lives, man. Like, it can really change lives, and
I
it's
feel
crazy.
like a lot of people are scared, or a lot of people with strong personalities don't like saying that they look up to other living
I agree.
people.
It's very ego lifted.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
for sure. I
And
agree.
like, I feel like it's perfectly fine for me to look up to somebody that's done so much greatness with their life, like Hove, like Kanye. You feel me? Like so many other people, because like, yo, like he made it from Marcy Projects in the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Yeah.
When it was crazy.
It was wicked out there.
It was that was a great word. It was wicked out there.
I heard my homies from the Bronx, Brooklyn area. They tell me it was wicked out there.
Yeah,
it was a lot better now, but
it's gentrified now.
It was scary hours out there back then, the late 90s when he was out there. So
bro, and he was really selling crack, selling crack, and then
find a way to get it, man.
To be a wordsmith, to stand there, like you said, get Beyonce, to build himself up, like, you know, there's one thing, because people that know me know that DMX is in my top 5.
Oh yeah, I know you're a big DMX fan.
Big DMX fan.
RIP DMX.
RIPX. Yeah. But yeah, like, yo, like, I'm so glad that I'm able to see my main idol, one of my biggest idols, you feel me, like, grow old. Yeah. You start seeing the wrinkles, his hair grow out and shit. I'm like, dang, yo, I remember, bro. I remember.
He different now. He got a different type of bag now. He don't care about none of that shit. He don't care about that jewelry, none of that.
It's different.
You know, it's funny. You see people like, oh my God, this guy's so rich, he's not wearing this, but they still be wearing like $600 shirts and shit. But you know how Hov is, bro.
It don't matter.
It don't matter to him. You could just tell his demeanor is just different. Like any room he walked, and did you just hear the way people talk about him? It's just like Ye called him his boss yesterday. By the way, side note, in his interview.
Right.
Just keep that in mind.
Right.
Like,
well, it is his boss.
Like, it is his boss.
It is his
boss. Day, no matter what Ye want to say, anyone
my big brother was Big's brother. Hey,
talk to me, man. That man solidified for life. Hov is the man.
That's funny.
Respect.
So yeah, the next part I want to go to. I need to get better with the transitions. You feel me?
It's gonna come as you do.
Yeah, it's gonna come. It's episode 1.
My man got me on episode 1.
Hey, we out here. We out here.
Got me on episode 1. Yeah. Episode
yo, we gotta
30
count the dabs.
Be different.
Yo, so yesterday you saw they was counting all the Kanye's name drops.
Yeah,
we gotta count the dabs.
I'm a
you
dap
feel
on
me?
top of
Like,
YouTube video for this.
Yeah, we about like 6 in.
Yeah, for sure.
On a more serious note, I think this is a great segue. Honestly, this may be a taboo subject to talk about so early in the podcast, but I feel like it's a very powerful subject, and I feel like people just need to hear it. You feel me? So, like, I'm gonna just read what I got.
Hold
on
on,
my
side
iPad.
note, real quick.
ahead.
Sorry, bro. I have no idea what these topics are. Like
Oh yeah, of course.
This is extremely organic right now. Like we're just going. So whatever he throwing at me, this is all coming off the natural thought process.
Off the dome, man. Keep it with the rat. Yeah.
That's all I had to say. None of this is scripted. None of that.
Yeah.
I don't know and I like it like this because this makes it more pure. But go ahead.
Yeah. So like the Henry Ruggs situation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So basically he was on a bye week playing golf, probably Top Golf, right? Because he was drinking.
It was Top Golf.
And basically he was drinking. He got into a car accident. Moments before the accident, he was driving at 156 miles per hour. He tried to stop, and then the airbags deployed, which means the impact happened at 120 something miles per hour. So he was only able to cut 30 seconds off, which means that he probably pressed the brake at the last second. And then tragedy happened, right? I think the young lady, she was 23 years old. Her name was Tina O. Tintor, and she's deceased. The car just went in flames. Henry Ruggs was with his girlfriend.
Oh really?
He was with his girlfriend. I watched the video on TMZ. You know TMZ get everything.
Yeah, TMZ be
I watched the video on TMZ, and his girlfriend was holding him.
Wow.
Right? And like he was crying. He was sobbing. And like you could tell that he knew that he made a mistake, that he knew that he messed up. And I feel like some people, some people, they don't understand that people can make terrible mistakes. That don't make them a bad person.
Not at all.
You feel me? So like,
We're human.
What do you think about that situation?
Yeah, I think it was just such a tough situation to read. I woke up that morning and I saw that, and just rest in peace to that lady.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I also heard that there was a dog in there as well.
Yeah, her dog name was Max. He was a golden retriever.
Rest in peace to Max. It's just such a tragedy. You know, it's just all that hard work you put in your whole life, and you just never know. And this is just a message to everyone, man. Like, never take shit for granted. Like, you just never know what could happen at any moment in life. Like, this guy has 22, 23. He's like,
he's 22.
23.
He's 22.
Fresh out of Alabama, absolute stud, second year in the league. This guy was going to make a killing in the NFL, and his whole life is just
it's over.
His career's over. His career's over. And just like that, in a blink of an eye, everything just changed for him. So man, take that Uber. Think about it though. Let's look at it from this perspective. An Uber for him is like 5 cents.
Yeah, no, facts.
For us.
Facts. He's a millionaire. He's a first round draft pick. He probably made 30 mil.
Making mills off endorsements. He's probably not even touching his contract money yet. Because this is just a learning lesson for everybody, man. I personally, I'm not a big drinker, but all my friends are, and I always emphasize this. And I'm like, dude, just take that Uber. It's not worth it. It's just too much to live for in this world. It's a beautiful world. Like, just the Henry situation it was just so heartbreaking, man. Because I know now he's just gonna think about the rest of his life. What if I just never drove? What if I never got in that car? What if I just never did this? But you're right, it was Top Golf. He actually posted on his Snapchat a video of him and his girl Top Golf. It was late. This happened, I'm pretty sure, very early Vegas morning, like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
It was at Top Golf till like 2-3 a.m.
Yeah.
Almost not mistaken.
The accident happened at 3:23.
So yeah, they must have just dipped out of there and they was just flying on the freeway. It's just such a tragedy, man. I really don't know what to say. It just shit just happens, and it just happens so quick, I'm sure, for him. And you see him in the mugshot. He looks
he looks hurt, bro.
Hurt. And it's like, we make mistakes. I don't know if you saw Kadarius Toney, the Giants.
Yeah.
He tweeted. He was like, it was a really good tweet. I don't know about the top of my head, but he's like, look, like we all make, like, we're human. Like,
right.
As long as there's human life, there's gonna be human error on this world. So.
Yo, say that again. Say that again. Wait up. Say that again.
Sure.
That's a bar.
As long as there's human life on this earth, there's gonna be human error.
Ooh, that gave me the chills, bro. I haven't heard a bar like that, yo. It's like the 8th death. Damn.
Fine. That's because that's just real. Like, and that's with everything in life. Sports, refs are gonna always make mistakes. People are gonna always make mistakes. So it's like we can't bash the guy. But it's also, I'm glad that people are understanding that this is a wake-up call for everyone, and
for everybody.
Also, like, he understands what he did. I'm sure he's gonna pay his price. He's gonna have to deal with what he had to deal. I don't know what they're getting him with. I don't want to get into all that, but I just know this is DUI right now. But he's gonna learn from this, and he's gonna understand that this was something that changed his life and his family's life, and at the end of the day, that it could have been avoided. I'm just so hurt to see that for a young man like that. That was his life didn't even start yet.
Right.
Being honest. So this guy has so much potential. I mean, he literally just cooked the Eagles before that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I don't know how many yards he had, but I just feel so bad for that whole situation, and I'm just hoping that people learn from this. And it's just, man, I don't know, man. I personally don't think Vegas needs a football team, if we're being real. It's just
it's so dangerous over there, bro.
It's not an area to be it's a great area to be, like, going out to. I mean, you want to go with the homies, you want to go out with your girl, you want to go on vacay. The Strip is amazing. I went out there in 2019, had a great time with my boys, but I just don't know, for a football team, like, it's just too much commotion. It's just too much going on. It's too loud out there. And it's like, I had a friend go to UNLV, which is literally like right there.
Oh, University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Gotcha.
Right there in the cut. And he was like, bro, this is like, I couldn't live like
this.
It's
a zoo.
I can't live like this. This is crazy. Like, it's like Penn State on steroids.
That's crazy.
So it's definitely something that I think the NFL probably feels like there's a little bit of guilt putting a team there, but at the same time, I don't think that's really, I think it's just,
they're all about their money.
For sure.
And
money
like you said, bro, when there's humans, there's human error.
There's human error. He made a mistake. He's gonna own up to it. You got it.
He was sobbing, bro.
I saw it. Was just so heartbreaking. The dude's life didn't start yet, and it's just like, this could be anyone. And think about this shit happen all the time, bro. He's a A-list celebrity, say. He's in the limelight, so he got more publicized for it. But what really just hurt was someone's life got taken from this. Like, it
exactly. I think that's the sad part, that somebody's life got taken away from it, and on top of that, it almost feels like a lot of people want his life to be taken away as well.
See, we're not gonna do all that.
You feel me? That's not cool, because, like you said, he's a child. He's 22. He's a child.
Younger than me, and I'm a baby.
Yeah, bro. I'm a baby. I turned 27 in or 28 in a couple weeks. Yeah. I'm still a baby, bro. I'm still learning. I finally got to a point this year where I'm like, I figured it out.
Yeah,
I figured out adulthood.
And you told me that too.
I told you that.
Yeah, you did tell
me feel me? I finally got to a point this year where I'm like, yo, I'm done with the major mistakes. Yeah, you feel me? And I when it comes to that, I just want to say, like, obviously, rest in peace to Tina, rest in peace to Max. Terrible my condolences to her family, and like, keep your head up, Henry. Like, life ain't over, bro. You 22. You feel me? Like, you're 22. Maybe your football career is over, but your life not over.
It's a million ways to get it out here.
It's a million ways to get in. There's a million ways to get peace.
For sure. Peace is currency. Remember you said that to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace is currency. Listen, look, I guard my peace and I guard my my overall mental health more than anything that I guard, because that's all I got. You feel me?
That's more worth than anything in this world, bro. Mental health is definitely important. That's something that's matters. So I hope he's mentally in a good spot, because I know that's a lot for him. That's a lot for him right now. So, but yeah, I hope he learns. I know damn sure he learned from this, but I hope the things that happen after this, he'll realize, like, all right, there's still more to live for, and I'm sure they're gonna take care of that family that were in the other car. But yeah, man, this is just a huge learning lesson for everybody. Just take that Uber, man. Really, that's all I'm gonna end it with. Just take that damn Uber.
Right. Facts.
Lyft, whatever you want to use.
And what I'll end it with, because I feel like people need to hear this. You know, Henry Ruggs, 22 years old. It was vehicular manslaughter, like it really was. And
for sure.
You know, so he has a DUI, and that DUI basically caused somebody to die. But what they're also trying to do is get him for another DUI for his girlfriend being hurt. So you got to understand that when you make mistakes like this, when you decide to not take the Uber, when you decide to drive a car, people are like, oh, he drove a Corvette 150. Bro, he could have drove a Honda 120 miles. Like, you feel me? Like, the car don't matter.
Car getting you A to B.
You feel me? Like, it's not worth it. That's all. Like, it really is not worth it. And a lot of times people think, you know, oh, I got it. And then you don't. Yeah. So I just really want to plead with everybody, like, yo, please do not drink and drive. Please. And if you are going to do it, please do not speed. It is not worth it.
That was the hardest thing to read, was he was going damn near 160. I was like,
yo, that is insane.
Alcohol levels double.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, to go from 160 at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, you're thinking nobody's on the road.
Yeah, that's probably what his mindset was. He was just flying down that freeway in Vegas, trying to get to the crib, sleep for practice in the morning.
No, he was on a bye week.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, he was just having fun. He was having fun.
I didn't even know they was on.
So, like,
he was on a bye week. You're right.
Yeah, he was on a bye week. So, you know, him just having fun out there, him just, you know, in that drunk high, right? In that drunk high, a lot of times, you know, everybody's been there where they've been lit, and they're like, all right, let me have some fun. Yeah. And then that fun turns into tragedy. So, you know, big ups to, well, keep your head up, I should say, to Henry Ruggs.
Yes, for sure.
And Miss Tina, you feel me? Like, God bless you. Yeah. And to everybody else, really take this as a lesson. This is a big lesson to learn. And if you can't understand from watching this, then honestly, or watching what's going on with Henry Ruggs, then honestly, like,
you're just small-minded, that's all.
You're just small-minded because it's a scary situation. It's a national situation.
It's scary.
So I'm going to have a reoccurring segment. I'm going to have two reoccurring segments, actually. You're going to hear one now, then you're going to hear one right before we wrap up. This one, it's going to be, you know, how did you invest into yourself in the last week? I feel like everybody needs to, you know, actively invest into themselves, no matter what it is. It could be anything. And if anybody out there, you guys are watching, if you guys can come up with a hashtag for me, because I literally don't know what hashtag to come up for this to create without, like, it being overly long. So yeah, in the comment section, DM me, whatever, help me out with that. But yeah, Neil, how did you invest into yourself in the last week? Tell me, give me an example.
That's a great question. I've been investing in myself a lot lately, but personally, I honestly, also, I don't think you need to like invest in yourself. It has to always to be like monetized. I think there's ways you can invest in yourself without financially.
Of course.
Because when you think of the word investing, we automatically are accustomed to thinking of currency.
Yeah.
But I mean, realistically, the way my life the last couple of months has been focused on a lot of, you know, building my own brand and doing a lot of stuff that's gonna separate me from just my personal, like, one job I have, and I have obviously a couple of streams of income, but like the one way I would really say I invested in myself is by just kind of taking time away from just a lot of stuff and like going out and just staying in the crib, reading, writing. I've actually in this past week, ironically enough, I actually have, and I put down an invoice for a big collection, like the clothing brand I'm working on, which we can talk about later if you'd like to. Basically, you know, I put down, I'm working with manufacturers all over the world, so I just paid an invoice for the part of my collection that's going to release this winter. So that was one thing I definitely did was I invested in myself that way. I'm using the money I'm making where I work to fund my passion. And I think that's a big thing is, you can make money wherever you're at. But like, how are you going to reinvest into yourself with that? So one thing I did this week was definitely put down a pretty penny on this invoice for.
You're going to get that back tenfold, though.
Tenfold. Come on.
Tenfold. 20-fold, yeah.
There's no limit
so
for
just
this.
give us one more example.
Okay.
That's not monetary.
Not
like
monetary.
You said.
I would say I definitely. I started doing a lot of I started meditating recently.
Okay, I love that.
I started meditating.
I love that.
I started meditating actually a couple months ago. It didn't stick with me. I felt like I was like, this ain't for me. But I started meditating a lot in the last week. Like I turn on YouTube videos and I just try to help me go to sleep. And that was something I never invested in ever. I feel like it's just when I wake up in the morning, I'm so much more refreshed. And when I was younger, I always thought I was like, oh, that shit kind of weird. And it's like, that ain't for me. And then you get older, you get wiser, you start learning how much meditation. And I'm 100% Indian, so like those type of things, like yoga and all those things, they're very. Like they're
prominent.
Very prominent, very prominent in our culture. People do it a lot. People even pray in certain ways that involves, meditating and om and mantras, different mantras. But I started meditating a lot in the last 2 weeks, and it was just I wake up so much more refreshed, and it puts me to sleep better. I get a deeper sleep. And it was weird because like I was never against it, but one of my best friends actually, shout out to Luke, he actually sent me some videos like months ago, and I was just like, did a couple times, wasn't feeling it. But then I really invested time into like listening to I just put the phone down. I put the phone, now when I sleep, I don't sleep with the phone. I put it on the counter. I put the video on and I just like I just listen, bro. And I just release all energy, everything, good, bad from my body, and just rock. And I never thought I would be the person that would do it, but I tried it and I was like, yo, I like this. I'm waking up just more energized. My brain is just ready to go in the morning. I feel a lot more refreshed. I feel like there's just more. I'm not worried about what's going on social media. I'm not worried about what people are talking about, what people are posting, what people are tweeting about. I barely even use social media to begin with, but like that was just something that just kind of separated me from the reality. I got a chance just to invest in myself and my inner peace, I would say. Yeah. And that was something that was like, that's crazy because like that has nothing to do with any money. Like,
Facts.
At all.
But you can't get the bag without elevating this because you can't maintain it. You feel me? Like you'll be able to get you'll be able to get the bag, but you can't hold the bag and grow the bag if your mental not there. You feel me?
I think that's so important. I think mentally you need to be very like sharp in order to keep, especially when you messing around with a lot of money in all different places and you trying to it's like you said, like
bro, even on the come up, you gotta meditate. And it's crazy because the first time I really started meditating was 2018. 2017.
I was just about to ask you if you like meditating or not.
Yo, bro, I will meditate around a lot of people.
Oh,
you feel me? Like I don't do the hum. Like there's so many different forms of meditation.
There's a
you
lot.
feel me? So many different forms that you got to find out which one is good for you. And for me, like I'm just not that. But what I will do is I will find peace. I will find peace and silence and full of chaos.
Yeah.
Even when somebody, like I was telling somebody last night, like if somebody starts pressing my buttons or like gets me angry, let's say I'm talking to like, one of my girlfriends or ex-girlfriend, whatever, you feel me? If I'm talking to a girl and we get into an argument and let's just say the argument is really going left and she started really wilding, you feel me? Then I will really, excuse me, my form of meditation is literally not saying nothing.
Yeah, I've learned that.
You feel me? Like I won't say nothing.
I know you're.
Yeah.
Especially like there's times
I'll be
where
done.
I could tell you're just not with the shit.
Yeah.
You're just like, all right.
Yeah.
Like even when you got COVID, you wasn't even going back and forth. People.
Right.
They were like, yo, we just don't. It's for everybody's safety. We just don't we don't want to be around you.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
I'll see y'all whenever I'm clear. And you just walked out, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
James, like that takes so much maturity to not even like.
To not get mad.
Yeah, and it's not even like it was the right thing to do. One, obviously, but two, it was just like. You start to like mature and you start to realize like, yo, there's so much more to life than arguing and having these like. I don't really get mad, bro. I'm gonna be real.
No, you don't.
I don't really get mad. Like there's times where I'm like frustrated and things aren't going my way, but that's life, right? But like even before I start meditating and stuff, after I turned like 21, 22, and like I start to realize there's more to life than all this and the stuff in the moment. I was just like, yo, I don't care, bro. Like whatever you guys, whatever there is that's going on in someone's life. Like I always tell people, like, yo, there's more to life than what that current situation. Like whether you're health problems, whether you're financially unstable, whatever the case may be. And I think that's the one thing that people definitely appreciate with me is because they can talk to me and they can understand my point of view, and they understand that I'll understand their point of view and also never judge anybody because I know everybody's different. But they realize like, damn, you're so you have so much inner peace. Like where's that come from? Like I don't know, it's just like natural. But like you said, like you just are like that. That's the human you are. And like when I met you like first, like you were definitely like, you would go back and forth with people. Oh, yeah. You were a little more like you're gonna get your point across, and it's not even like debating anything, sports, music, whatever. It's just like you're gonna get your word out. But now I've realized that even when we chilling at the crib, like we just like, yo, you just so peaceful.
Yeah,
you got so much inner peace, and that's so important, bro.
I gained peace because I've been through chaos.
Of course,
you feel me?
You need to go through shit, right? Yeah, of course.
And after you get on the other side of it, you like, yo, it's not worth it.
It's not.
And meditation. Once you dive into meditation, you really start understanding how valuable your energy is.
100%.
And once you understand how valuable your energy is, you make a lot of better decisions in life.
Yes.
You feel me? Like, so I appreciate you answering that.
Yeah.
I want to give the audience an answer as well. The way I've invested in myself in the last...
How'd you invest in yourself this week, bro?
Thank you. The way I've invested in myself in the last week is I actually gained like essentially 2 life coaching clients. You feel me? For free. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not charging. I'm just trying to understand if I can do it, or I know I can do it.
You definitely do it.
I know I can do it. I'm trying to figure out how good at it I am right now.
Right.
If I have enough tools for people. One person is like 34, 35 years old. The other person is 10 years younger.
Wow, that's
crazy,
difference.
right? That's a big difference.
You're getting 2 different personalities, 2 different age groups.
And they're both women. They're both women, which is cool because now I got to understand the soft side. I got to understand how to relate to them.
Yeah.
So like the way that I've invested in myself is honestly in the last week is by investing in others.
Oh, wow.
You feel me?
Well
which
said.
is right.
That was a beautiful answer.
Thank you. This is the last segment. This is the last segment, and this is going to be a reoccurring segment. It's going to be called #Gold Roses. #Gold Roses. Right. Because everybody, there's always somebody in our life, you feel me? And I always say this man right here, y'all can't see him, but his name is Joshua Santiago. Like I always give him his roses for his role in my life, you feel me? And without even going heavy into that right now, I'll definitely talk about it when he's the guest and not recording, you feel me, about his role in my life. But Neel, who's somebody in your life, anybody, bro, business, personal, whatever, in the past that maybe you don't talk to no more, anybody that you just want to take a moment right now to give them their roses, man?
Wow. Man, there's so many good people in my life. Thankfully, I'm surrounded by a lot of good energy and a lot of articulate, intelligent, calculated individuals. But off the top, I would say my mother, but like I want to use this time because like everybody know how much I love my mom. My mom a real one. Yeah, man, I wouldn't be where I am without my mom. Shout out Mrs. Mom. I love her, man. But yeah, I'm gonna use this time to really shout out my man Terrence. Like I said, I spoke about him a little bit, but this guy, his name is Easy with a Z instead of a S. EAZY_denim. I'm gonna follow him. And he's so fire. Right now. He's so fire, man. He does some of the coolest stuff ever. Like you see the type of art. He goes thrifting and he turns thrifting into art. And Lindsay actually, I told Lindsay about, Lindsay's very into art. Shout out to Lindsay. Yeah, shout out Lindsay. And she was so in love with his work. And I met him while I was just a regular sales associate at Nike, and he was coming in there shopping. And this guy is just, man, he's just so well spoken. Like every word he says has so much meaning, and that was something that was like, yo, this guy is special. Like he just knows how to talk. Any room he's in, he just brights the room up, and he's just so well thought out. And that, man, it's just like those type of people are the best people to be around because genuine. It's just so genuine, bro. I pulled up on him with a hoodie too, and he was just so appreciative. He was trying to give me bread. I was like, bro, don't even worry about it. Like, it's just something about that, like that type of energy you just need to keep around. I really want to give him his flowers because like he's the reason I'm really getting this, like taking this stuff to another level with this clothing stuff. So he really was pushing me to do this, and he was like, bro, like you're sharper than a lot of these people making millions off clothing. So why ain't you doing it? Like he get right to it. He not with the bullshit. Like, like, bro, why you? What are you
And
doing?
we need that. We need a Terrence.
Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? And I was like, yo, you know what? You right. And I just got my bag. And like I'm thousands of dollars into this, bro, and I'm not even worried because I straight bet on myself. So he's literally the epitome of betting on yourself. Like this man opened up a studio in Fishtown, straight art. He makes the coolest art ever, and it's just. I went to Portland with him. I've traveled around with him. He's just such a dope individual, and everybody just has so much respect for him because this the way he carries himself is just different. It's just like, yo, like I want to be like you when I get older type vibes.
That's fire.
Like, yo, like
That's fire.
You're just so humble, and you're just the way that people talk about him in rooms he's never even been in, and I just know it's nothing but good things to say. It's like. It's just, man, I definitely want to give him his flowers, but I have a lot of good people in my life, man. You, Quan, man, you guys put me on to so much stuff, man. Kenny, all you guys, like you guys are so sharp. Will, like you guys are all older than me, so I learn every day. You know, you guys lived more than me so far in this thing called life so far. So I feel like the more I can attain knowledge, the better my life and more simplex it becomes. And you guys always give me free game, and like. This is a good time to give you your flowers too, bro.
Thank you.
I love what you're doing. I love. Well, we were sitting in the crib watching football one night, and you was like, "Bro, I want to do this podcast shit." And I was like, "Bro, do it. Do it. Bet on yourself." The best thing I ever did was bet on myself.
Yes, sir.
I think that was one of the best things I ever did. And like I said, I got a whole job. I got a whole corporate job. I'm blessed. I can work from home, but I know where my passion lies at the end of the day, and I know what I can bring to the table. And if it wasn't for the people that I just mentioned, I wouldn't have that mental aggression to get to that spot and really be like, all right, I could take this to another level. And you need those people in your life. So definitely you deserve your flowers too.
Thank you.
Boy, for sure.
Thank you. Nah, that really means a lot because, you know, you and I, we have a lot of great conversations, bro. And like we both like be like, yo, like you spitting, and then you be like, James, you spitting. And I'm like, yo, we need a podcast type shit. You need to be on there. So this is not going to be the last time you see Neel because I want y'all to get used to him. When the next time you need to come out is when it's actually like when Unspoken Studios is actually going to be like able to be purchased, bro. And by that time, bro, you already know this joint going to be up and moving. It's going to be crazy, bro.
For sure.
So yeah, just to wrap that up, Terrence, I really appreciate your role in Neel's life, man. For real, I really appreciate your role, man. You know, we all got a role.
Of course.
Even if our role is to stay away, that's still a role.
Play your part.
Play your part, bro.
That's it, man.
So to wrap up, once again, every episode I want to wrap it up with my morning affirmation. Neel's been following me for a long time, so he already knows. He probably doesn't know verbatim what the affirmation is, but I'm gonna just say it right now because I feel like everybody needs to internalize this. My affirmation I post every morning on my IG is: I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am harmonious, and I am happy. I am loving, I am loved, I am powerful, and I am whole. I am that which I call God. And I want to leave y'all with that so that way y'all can say that during times of frustration, during times where, you know, you feeling down or you don't really feel like getting up. That's the first thing I say. And sometimes I don't even post it on my IG. You feel me? Like, I just be, you know, you going through the day. Like, I don't live on IG. I live here. Bro. You feel me? So even when I don't post it, I still say it daily.
Yeah, you got to speak it into existence, right?
Yes, sir. So Neel, you got any last things you want to say before we wrap up?
Nah, I just want to thank you, man, for having me as your first guest. Like I said, it's definitely a privilege because you know a lot of cool people, man. You got friends in the league. You got your cousin, a dope ass individual. Charlie, the artist. Like, you got a lot of cool people in your life. So to choose me, man,
my man, thank you.
It's definitely an honor, man.
Thank you.
I'm just so happy that you're chasing your dreams. So I'm gonna just take this time to spotlight you because
thank you.
This is important, man.
It means a lot.
You gotta do what makes you happy in life, and I see the passion, man. From day one, I seen you were very passionate about this. So that's why we talked for hours about this that one night, and I'm so happy you're doing this.
Yeah, I appreciate your help.
No,
I almost forgot how much you helped me just being in the interview zone.
Yeah, it ain't shit, bro. It ain't nothing to me. You know, any day of the week you call me, whether it's about fashion, whether it's about life, whether it's about anything, I'm there for you. So I just hope that you keep up with this because I promise you, people are gonna listen to what you have to say.
Thank you.
You're very intelligent.
Thank you.
You're definitely a special person. So
thank you, bro.
That's it. That's all I gotta say, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being my first guest. This is the James Terranova Experience, episode 1. This feels so fucking great. You feel me? Like, we'll be back next week Once again, dream fearlessly, master your reality, feel powerful. And I'm going to just leave you one more time. I am healthy, wealthy, harmonious, and happy. I am loving, loved, powerful, and whole. I am that which I call God. Neel, press any button you right here. Thank you. I told him press any button. He pressed the right one. You hear me? Bye. Thank y'all.
I was shining on the city lights. All this doubt